Man has not only been fascinated but also attracted towards the mysteries of nature. Endless oceans, mystical dense forests, and beautiful towering mountains have been attracting man since ages. The Himalayas have been posing a great challenge to mountaineers from around the world. Nevertheless, the mystic mountains and peaks in the Sahyadris ranges have attracted man since centuries. The Great Western Ghats, rather the Sahyadris Mountains, were formed by volcanic activities thousands of years ago. The great historical forts, gigantic towering rock faces, walls and pinnacles are giving the mountaineer a tough challenge. The expeditions to these mountains pose a test of not only physical but also mental endurance. The success of a climb is always important, but what is more important is the safe return of the climbers. Anyone can get carried away by the fever of adventure, but adventure without safety is a mere gateway to hell. A good mountaineer will always take proper safety in a climb rather than lose his life by not doing so. We mountaineers have pride in scaling the unachievable feats such as the Fort Lingana, the Kokankada, the Dhakoba Wall, the Duke's Nose, the Vanarlingi, and Katrabai, not only in adverse climatic and economical conditions, but also with the scarcity of proper climbing equipment. We all were blindly using the locally manufactured expansion bolts. We didn't know the strength and were also unaware of the life of these bolts. These were not even tested or recognized by the UIAA. The United International Alpinism Association is an organization which tests and standardizes the strength of various climbing equipment used in mountaineering. In December 2001, a journey of climbing introduced us to Nicholas. Nicholas Mylander is an enthusiastic and experienced mountaineer, aged somewhere around 57 years. His late wife Liz, Elizabeth, always helped and stood by Nicholas during his climbing and professional work. Nicholas was the president of the Bylander section of the German Alpine Club. He is also author of the book History of Climbing. He started his mountaineering career in the year 1964 and pioneered free climbs in the German crags and Alps, graded up to 7B. He not only made first ascents in these mountains, but also was the first to explore the Jerzu area of the Sardinian Alps and open it for mountaineering. He also made first ascents in these mountain ranges. Internationally famous climbs such as the Half Dome of the Yosemite Valley, the El Capitan, the Triple Direct, and the Sentinel Rock add feathers to his cap. Liz, also an experienced and a keen mountaineer, started her climbing career in the year 1969 in Boulder, Colorado. She played a major and important role in the women's mountaineering expedition to Mount Annapurna in the year 1978. She is the first lady to climb the Cima Scottini and the Sebastian West Ridge. Nicholas visited Pune for the first time in the year 2001 to study yoga. He was very attracted to the forts and mountains around the city. We took him to Duke's Nose for a climb. We were all fascinated to see this elderly but enthusiastic couple climb this face with such ease. They climbed a pitch on the face and then suddenly rappelled down. We couldn't understand why they had left the route unclimbed. When we asked him, he said, "Oh, it's time bomb." Nicholas threw a series of questions at us. Who made these bolts? Are these bolts approved by the UIAA? What is the material from which they were manufactured? Now we came to know why they were a time bomb. He cautioned us not to climb with the help of these bolts, as they were very risky. He paid so much attention to safety that he wasn't even ready to hang his camera on these bolts. He returned back to Pune in January 2003. He gave us a few sample bolts made from V2A steel which he had brought from Germany. He also taught us how to manufacture these bolts and how to make correct placements in the rock. He also gave us a drill machine manufactured by the Makita company, which is widely used by rock climbers around the world. He also gave us a bolt bending machine to manufacture these bolts locally. He showed us the correct places in the rock where the bolts should be hammered, the technicality and use of anchoring equipment such as camming devices, choke nuts and pitons. He also taught us the proper and correct use of rope knots used in various climbing situations. The V2A steel used to manufacture these bolts was not available locally. So we manufactured a bolt with the available steel and sent it to Germany for testing. Nicholas found out that the strength of these bolts wasn't enough. They sheared to a load of 2000 kilograms, unlike the V2A steel bolts, which gave a minimum strength of 3000 kilograms. In January 2006, Nicholas gave us about 200 bolts made from V2A steel. Along with these, he also gave us a special cement manufactured by the Rapco company and hardening chemical tubes made by the Fischer company, which is manufactured in Germany. We all were now very excited to use these bolts for a climb on the Duke's Nose. This was our first safety project under the SCI banner. SCI. What is SCI? We call it Safe Climbing Initiative. This is neither a social nor a commercial club or any money-making business, but a group of climbers who are striving for safety in rock climbing. The dates were finalized. We planned the climb in January 2006. While climbing, we broke off the existing bolts on the face, which to our surprise broke very easily. These were expansion bolts locally manufactured without the proper knowledge of metals and mechanics. The length of these bolts was not technically designed to take the impact. We also didn't know how well they expanded after hammering them in the rock. Hence, these were not long-lasting. The new MGB 3000 bolts, made from V2A steel, is 9 cm in width and 18 cm long. These bolts are approved by the UIAA and tested to a breaking strength of 3000 kilograms and have a life of about 50 years. With the use of the Fischer chemical hardener, we could fix the bolts in merely 10 minutes. Having practically experienced the safety of these bolts and the teachings about safe methods in climbing, we aim to make climbers aware of the safety and spread this learning. We want to involve all people who wish to venture in the outdoors and impart awareness of mountain safety and safe methods in rock climbing. Our target, Project Phase 1, aims in making rock climbing routes safe on various climbing routes such as the Duke's Nose, the first 500 feet, the exposed center traverse of the Duke's Nose and fixing wire ropes on the edge of the cliff trail, the Dhak Bahiri Pinnacle, the traditional route of 100 feet, the Dhak Bahiri Cave, trekking route on the cliff traverse of 150 feet, the Tel Baila Wall, all 4 traditional routes of 200 feet each, the Vanarlingi Pinnacle, the traditional route of 400 feet, the Great Kokankada of Harishchandragarh, the traditional route of 1800 feet. Friends, we call you all to join SCI and spread the awareness. The annual membership fees is Rs 300 and the life membership will be allotted to those who will put in a notable contribution or performance towards these projects. You can help SCI in many ways. You can financially support the project or any part of the project. You can personally participate in the project and help the team. Any other kind of help, as per your liking and ideas, is welcome. SCI welcomes all enthusiasts and experienced mountaineers, and all those who wish to participate and spread the awareness to make all the climbing routes safe. Anyone from various trekking and mountaineering organizations can participate in these projects of SCI without hesitation, keeping their ongoing activities alive. We thank you all and are looking forward to a great and safe climbing future.